Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 16 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 18 and the next installment of 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos. And this is the sketch and it is by Jackie Scraps here on YouTube. And I have these two pictures of my mom and her youngest sibling just hanging out, and I thought that I would document those for some everyday pictures. I'm using simple stories, the simple things. I don't have a lot left of this collection, so I'm going to bring in some solid cardstock, but I do have some scraps, some tags, some random embellishments, a new set of the chipboard, which I got, I think, for like $1 on scrapbook.com or something not that long ago for the, like, a sale. So I got my papers, I've got my embellishments, and I've got my pictures and this really cool, easy sketch. So let's see how this goes. Now this sketch could be super simple, take you no time, could be totally unembellished, can be just as simple as the sketch leaves it, and it is beautiful. I went a little further and added, clusters like typically, which still only took me 32 minutes. And that was with changing out my ATG and blabbering and going on and on to my friend on Snapchat. So, and stopping to show them my layout and say, is this missing something? So, first I map both my pictures on the same 6x8. I do trim it down a smidge, maybe a half an inch. So, and then I put it on this white cardstock. And then I'm going to put this tag that I create. Now I'm going to fix this in a minute, but I want to get it lined up so that it's even. So I put it down here and actually use the grid on the back of my desk, which is impressive because sadly, even though it's there and that's the whole point of it, I always forget. And so I use that to get it straight. Then I make another one and put it down with it's the wood grain. I make it a little longer because it's only 8 inches long and I want it to be a little bit longer. So I put that down, tear it or cut it at one point, and I'm going to cover that with a tag in a minute. I put the two tags here that they have on the sketch, which I love. I love a good opportunity to use a daggone tag because I don't use them as much as I should. And I intentionally pulled Simple Stories out because I knew they had tags. So I put this down, I tear the bottom, and I love the way that looks. It's not how it is in the sketch, but I do love the way that looks. I love a good torn paper. And so I'm going to do a little more tearing here in just a minute with a tag that I'm going to add down there at the bottom, just a little extra something, mostly to cover that space between the two strips of paper, but also because I felt like it needed a little something down there with the title. So I could have used this little tag I use. It says "Whole Lot of Love." I could have used that as my title, but I felt like I'd put a title down in the bottom where it actually is anyway. So I put that tag, I mat it on black so it'll stand out better on the wood grain and the white paper. And so then I tore the bottom of the tag so it kind of goes along with the same concept of the bigger paper that has the torn bits at the bottom. But the more I look at the little fishtail banner, the more irritated I am because it's not all the way over to where the inside point of the fishtail is. You can see the white paper behind it. And I don't like that. Drives me crazy. So I tear it. Luckily, you can't tell in the end. Like the whole time I'm doing it, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? But I wanted it to come out a little bit more so it'd be more even and take up be evenly spaced between the far right and the far left. After I get done doing that, I do put a enamel dot from the collection on each of the tags, so there's no naked tag holes. And then I get the embellishments out and start trying to figure out what I want to use. I figure the florals are safe. These are both very green-thumbed people in this picture, but also florals are always safe. You know what I mean? Like, there are very few occasions where I won't use a floral, and I'm not a big floral person. Now, these are pretty simple. not huge and very bold. They're black and white for the most part. I use some green little leafy bits in each of the clusters. I'm going to add a couple little florals up at the top and a butterfly, that kind of thing. So I don't want to do anything too major because this layout is really kind of laid back, and I love that. I use a lot of color. Just a couple days ago, we did the Rainbow Crush collection, or the Rainbow Crush hop, and it was rainbow color, and so my layout is bold and bright and full of all the rainbows. And so I felt like a little bit of something calm after that is a good idea. Not that they'll be in the book together, because one goes in a completely separate book, but still, I know there's lots of color in my layouts a lot of times. I do love a rainbow and bright colors. So every once in a while, you're doing something that's a little bit more restful for your eyes and kind of laid back. Their clothes are already, kind of bright and colorful, so I don't really need anything extra for that. I add a little floral chipboard up here at the top by the tag. I add a little butterfly up at the top by the other tag. This little wordy bit says today. I put one on there that says you and me. And then the title I put together, but then I also added a little word happy, because they are. I mean, my family gets along so well, and I'm so grateful and so appreciative of that. That I was raised in a family of just absolute love bugs who, most of us are huggers. Most of us are chitty chatters. We play games together. We get together as a whole family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, all the things. Usually every couple months, more often in the summer, because my cousin whose house we go to has a pool. We just, we love each other a lot and enjoy not just that, because, luckily, hopefully most families at least love each other, but also we like each other. We like being around each other on purpose. So I'm really grateful for that, because I know that that's not everywhere. And I am sorry for that, because, my family has helped me through so many things. And so I just appreciate having the freedom to get together and not have that tense feeling that I know a lot of people do in their, families. So, but anyway, I hope you'll go check out the different people who are hopping along with 52 weeks of 52 everyday photos. It's a lot of fun to make sure and just document the just everyday kind of things. And then, of course, 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. The hashtag is there. You can check that way. You can go on Facebook and find the sketches there from all 18 series, plus our specialty series from a couple years ago. So you can get those there. All of them are there. And all the inspiration from what we've created and posted. And then, of course, I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. I appreciate you all and the time that you spend with me, scrapbooking and just doing the things that I love, documenting the people I love and the things, events and things like that. So I am very grateful for that. I hope that you all have a fantastic day. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.